In the heart of a forgotten forest, an old, abandoned railway track cuts through the dense, dark woods. Once bustling with trains, this track has been silent for decades. Locals avoid it, whispering about a ghost train that haunts these tracks. They call it the Phantom Train, a spectral locomotive filled with lost souls, appearing every few years to claim new victims. Intrigued by this eerie legend, a group of friends, Sarah, Mike, Emily, and Jake, decides to camp near the tracks to uncover the truth. As the sun sets and the forest grows darker, the friends gather around a campfire, sharing ghost stories and laughing nervously. Sarah, with a gleam in her eye, recounts the tale of the Phantom Train. They say it appears at midnight, she says, and anyone who sees it vanishes forever. Mike, ever the skeptic, brushes it off as a silly story. Emily, with wide eyes, listens intently while Jake tries to act brave but can't hide his unease. As the night deepens, the friends set up their tents and prepare for bed, but the legend weighs heavily on their minds. Midnight approaches, and the forest falls eerily silent. Suddenly, a distant train whistle pierces the night, sending chills down their spines. The whistle grows louder, echoing through the trees, until a ghostly train emerges from the darkness. Its headlights cut through the mist, illuminating the friends' terrified faces. The train is old, with broken windows and ghostly figures visible inside. The air around it turns icy cold, and the friends feel a chilling presence. Emily, trembling, whispers, "Did you hear that?" Jake, equally scared but trying to stay calm, replies, "It's just the wind, right?" But as the Phantom Train draws nearer, it becomes clear that this is no ordinary wind. The train slows down and stops right in front of them. The doors creak open, revealing spectral passengers, miners, families, and children, all staring blankly at the friends. Sarah, her voice shaking, says, "It's real. The Phantom Train is real." The friends are frozen in fear, unable to move. The ghostly figures beckon them, their eyes hollow and haunting. Mike and Jake, as if in a trance, step closer to the train. Sarah fights to stay back, pulling Emily with her. "Mike, Jake, don't go near it," she screams. But it's too late. As Mike and Jake step onto the train, the doors slam shut with a deafening bang. The train begins to move again, slowly disappearing into the darkness, taking Mike and Jake with it. Terrified and desperate, Sarah and Emily run back to the campsite, their hearts pounding. They frantically pack up their belongings and rush back to town. Breathless and wide-eyed, they share their story with the townspeople, who listen with fearful whispers. The townspeople reveal the tragic history of the train. A century ago, it had derailed on a stormy night, killing everyone on board. Since then, the Phantom Train appears every few years, seeking new passengers to replace the lost souls. Determined to save their friends, Sarah and Emily seek out a local historian who knows the train's history. The historian, a grizzled old man with a haunted look, explains that the train is bound by a curse placed on it by a vengeful spirit. Breaking the curse is the only way to free the trapped souls. Armed with this knowledge, Sarah and Emily prepare to return to the tracks, hoping to confront the Phantom Train and save Mike and Jake. They gather supplies, candles, salt, and an old book of rituals, and head back to the forest as the sun sets once more. The atmosphere is thick with tension and fear. As they reach the tracks, they set up a protective circle and wait for midnight. The distant whistle echoes through the trees again, growing louder and more menacing. The ghostly train appears, just as before, but this time, Sarah and Emily are ready. They begin the ritual, chanting the ancient words and scattering salt in a protective circle. The spectral passengers watch silently, their eyes filled with sorrow. The train's presence becomes more intense, the air growing colder and the ground shaking. Just as it seems the ritual might fail, a blinding light envelops the train, and the ghostly figures start to fade. In the midst of the chaos, Sarah and Emily see Mike and Jake, disoriented but alive, stepping off the train. The Phantom Train lets out one final, deafening whistle before vanishing into the night, taking the curse and the lost souls with it. The friends embrace, tears of relief streaming down their faces. As dawn breaks, they make their way back to town, exhausted but triumphant. The townspeople, upon hearing their story, express their gratitude and relief. The curse of the phantom train has finally been broken, and the railway track can return to its peaceful silence. But as the friends leave the forest behind, they can't shake the feeling that they are still being watched. The legend of the phantom train may have been laid to rest, but the forest holds many secrets, and not all of them are eager to remain hidden. Stay tuned for more chilling tales. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more eerie adventures.